Yo, what up YouTube? Gonna be playing some AMC in the duo lane. Everybody knows that if you invade purple, you are a scumbag. I have to dump my beads. Nox had horrific. I do have the purple debuff on me, so taking trades right now is not wise. But for some reason, Baron still wants to trade with him. He has to end up dumping his shell. I could have body blocked a little bit, but that purple debuff makes things really rough. We should have just walked out as soon as I used my beads.
Your right tower is under attack.
It wasn't a bad trade overall for us, despite all of the bad that happened. I'm still whacking that Cherno. Luckily, Sirket comes in. She is a nice jungler. And she saw what happened, so that gave it to where we can do our purple safely now. We could actually invade their purple, but this Baron doesn't seem like, you know, he's the greatest. I could have made the call. Unfortunately, mid suffers for Sirket early ganking. We can't really do much about it. That's kind of just the price that they pay. I think Sirket should have just given up the red, and we would have been fine. Everybody makes mistakes, though. We already made a mistake in duo lane by not pressuring their purple. I'm pretty confident that the Chernobog and the Nox are in comms, just because of what happens in the game. That was a good combo. I'm just getting hit by every single ability, and I shouldn't be. Okay. One of the unique things about AMC is his auto attacks come from his left hand, whereas most gods, most hunters, their auto attacks come from their right hand. You can actually hug the right wall and take trades, kind of go in between the wall and them. It makes it to where if you're on the other side playing AMC, it's unfortunate because you can't use that strategy really at all on the other side. Baron's sitting in mid. This makes it to where I can't step up and push the wave at all. I'm trying to tell him, hey, they're rotating, so just retreat. I have this wave. There's no way that I'm going to be able to go over there and help him if he tries fighting too. Luckily, he did end up backing up.
Enemy missing right.
That's a nice spot to put your bees. Your hive, I mean. We're farming up. Spoiler alert, this Zilla popped off in the game. This guy was a pretty good player. The main issue with AMC is he has really low mobility. He doesn't have a jump. All that you get is a movement speed buff from your hive. He's very susceptible to ganks. And with the current meta being Blink Thorns, tanks can just rush on you and you kill yourself when you're auto attacking them. So it can be really difficult if you don't have a team that can peel for you. He just doesn't thrive in this meta at all. That's also a really bad word. I was just nervous of getting ganked. So I placed that just so that way I know, hey, they can't be behind me right now. I shouldn't be over here. I'm just trolling. They're running such a cheesy comp though. I just wasn't paying attention. Cherno Nox, Chernobog ults in base, and Nox goes inside of them, and they just kill. A couple minutes of farming happened. We were just AFK farming. The Chernobog was trying to cheese me again. I cleared the wave, they waited a couple of seconds, so that way they thought that I'd walk out a tower, and they just do the same thing. They end up just going over right and taking the tower. I'm pretty sure the jungle was rotating over left. That's why Baron was calling it, so I just listened to his call and backed. Devil Gauntlets is stacking up. always hold your beads when you're up against a Naja until the very last second of the sash.
That's not right.
It baits out their ultimate the majority of the time.
Enemy missing left.
Especially if it's not in ranked, most people think, okay, he didn't beads right away, he doesn't have beads. So just wait, you kind of just have to feel it out. The more games that you play up against Naja, or you play as him, you'll just be more comfortable with knowing the timing of when to use beads to bait the ult. I tried tanking that. Shouldn't have done it. I should have just let Baron eat it. Because he didn't back up. They're both backing. I already know that they're going to be ulting in. It's just, it's so unfortunate. We can't end up getting this alpha. Baron's just dead here. I could have tried preemptively ulting the Cherno, but trading support for ADC is actually really strong, especially when they dump ults like that. Try not to be too scared of Nox support. She doesn't do that much damage at all. So trying to stay calm and hit her when she's rooting you in the silence is very important when you're playing ADC. This skin is also pretty funny. Oh god, Serket. Serket dumped both of her movement abilities. I wasn't paying attention. I thought that we could kill Naja. Unfortunately, mid rotated as well. I wasn't paying attention at all, man. Just my fault. We do have Devo Gauntlets fully stacked now. There was a lot of farming in this game. It was also a really long one, so I didn't want to show too much of it. Just a glimpse of what's happening. Whenever I clear waves and the back left camps are up, I always try to go to them, as long as I have the timer. See, I go the safe way. Chernobog can't cheese ult me. He's running up mid. They were definitely looking to cheese gank me again. Super important to know when Chernobog's ult is up. These guys were playing like such D-bags, man. They were just trying to ARAM. Nice. Some people might have thought that that was a little bit of a mistake using my hive early. I thought that it was a pretty good call, just giving me the movement speed buff to get to the fight faster. It was really just a quick fight, use one set of abilities, then get out. My two teammates were not following me. Very unfortunate. Luckily, Guan did rotate and made this play possible. I shouldn't have died, though. I really shouldn't have. My Baron didn't follow me, and Serket was kind of chilling in mid as well. We get what we wanted in the end, though. I do have Atalantis bow fully online. We're trying to make some plays. Look at this. What is going on? Everybody's just chilling in duo lane.
Be right back.
There comes the Cherno ult. Just feels bad. Their team has a lot of pressure. I want to try to do my purple as fast as possible so that way they can't evade it.
Be careful, middle.
I still have Aegis up, so I'm playing really cocky. Nice, that was a great Serket Deathsbane. I could have given her the triple, but giving me the kill is really good. A fed AMC is really the only way that he's relevant. Unless it's super late game. You can be 0-10 with AMC. If it's a 50-minute game, you're still going to be destroying people. As long as they don't pop thorns in your face. If that Naja would have stolen that, I would have been pissed. This game is super close still. It's 16-14. We're only up by 2k gold.
been slain.
That's no good. Retreat.
Scylla's still popping off. Most of this game, Chernobog really wasn't in this lane. He would either AFK farm and back, and then ult over somewhere else.
Be right back.
That was the first time we fought 1 versus 1, and he got demolished. He's only level 13. His strategy is not working out for him. It may work in other games where he cheeses and he tilts the enemy, but
An enemy has been
as long as you stay consistent, farm out in your lane, you'll just have such a big advantage over people who like to rotate a bunch. I'm 5 levels up on him right now.
On my way. On my way.
rampage. Double kill.
And his team is currently getting destroyed too, so him putting pressure on the map early, it just didn't work out for him.
Attack left lane.
I hate it when I see people VGS like that. I'm sitting by Phoenix line, and he's just saying, attack left lane. It's like, what do you think I'm doing, bud?
Bravo!
We're trying to fight in mid now. I do have Failnaught online. This is just an awkward fight. I probably didn't need to use beads. I'm just trying to heal up and wait for my next hive so that way I can fight in it. This is just good. AMC almost never wants to be in the front line, but our Guan died. And now we really don't have a front line anymore. Our Baron's pretty weak. Our whole team is looking not so good in the health department right now. They're trying to do gold, but it's not up.
Unicorn spirit.
I didn't end up getting my Aegis off. I was trying to spam it.
Unstoppable.
Attack the gold fury.
Baron really should have been zoning here. That's just what happens. I should have been away from the gold.
Unicorn spirit.
Scylla is so strong, man. Her secure just, it's insane. That player was really good. I just made a mistake.
On my way.
Killing spree.
Scylla does end up paying the price for it, though. Chernobog's coming up in 7. I just clear out this Oni wave so that way it doesn't end up getting our tower or putting pressure on it. And I end up backing. I have Wind Demon and Tier 2 Toxic Blade online. The enemy team had quite a bit of healing. You can go Toxic Blade or Brawlers on AMC. He can apply Brawlers really well with his bees. So it's not that bad of an option. I was just going more of an auto crit build, not ability based.
Attack fire giant.
Trying to help out Serket. Nox ult OP.
I'll defend left lane.
Good Baron ult.
Enemy has been slain.
Ended up securing the kill on Nox. We might have not needed it, but it definitely made it to where it was a lot easier to kill that Nox. We get FG for free. Scylla almost ends up stealing it again. She just blinks and ults away. I don't know how they haven't nerfed Scylla yet.
Yes.
That god is way too strong. She's fun to play though, so I don't mind it. I should not have gotten hit by that Chalk ult. That was just bad positioning by me. I'm just getting hit by everything. For some reason our teammates were trying to back up, which feels very bad. I feel like we might have been able to trade for our Serket there. Guan was talking some dumb stuff. He was saying I'm still top damage. And I was saying the enemy team was cheesing for half the game, just ulting over to other lanes. So I really couldn't fight my laner.
Group up. Group
I
up.
did end up getting free farm, which is also super nice for AMC.
Attack.
Yeah, I really didn't like my Guan at all. All of his calls are just obvious or pointless. That's such a dirty combo by them. Naja and Scylla is just a disgusting combo.
Slain.
I'm trying to sit back and heal up. It's definitely one thing with AMC. You can chill in the back and let your hive regen you. It does give HP 5. So you don't always have to back when you're at like half HP in a team fight. Sometimes you can chill and just wait. Especially when you have fire buff. It's always good to try to stick with your team.
An enemy has been slain.
Attack left. Group up. Your team has destroyed a left enemy phoenix.
We got the left bird, now we're trying to run it up mid. Scylla is so strong.
Attack fire giant. Your team is no right tower. That's left us furious.
Alrighty. We decided to go for Pyro here. FG isn't up yet. Everybody backs. Now we're trying to do Fire Giant. Serket ate the Naja ult.
An ally has fallen.
Ultimate down.
Retreat.
Down.
Killing spree.
Yeah, I just didn't like this Guan's calls. We run them down, but our Guan was just deciding to call retreat. And our team was just like, what's the call here?
Retreat.
That fight, we 100% win it if everybody was there and trying to fight, but Guan was just saying retreat, I was saying attack. It's just miscommunication, really.
Group up. Group up.
Yeah, at this point I just say I'm muting you, Guan, because I was so done with his calls.
Rampage.
Unfortunate.
An ally has been slain.
I barely avoid that solo ult. That would have probably spelled doom for me.
Ally has been slain. An enemy has been bested. Double
That was decent target prioritization. I just missed too many autos. We could have wiped their team pretty much.
Be careful, middle.
Good combo by Chuck. Causes me to miss a couple autos. I wasn't about to get killed by a Scylla combo though. So I just backed up. Okay, we got two people zoning and we're trying to do FG. It's always nice to just spam AMC hives out over by the FG pit. Just that way in case somebody does end up trying to clear one, you still have some available. It always feels terrible when you don't have a hive and your team fighting.
enemy has been slain.
I'm trying to call attack right. Our team's grouping up in mid. Our right wave was just pushed perfectly for it, but we ended up getting a pick in mid, so it works out. I just think right was the call there, just with the way that the wave was positioned. Now we're trying to siege without minions. We end up getting it though. I tanked everything. AMC is definitely a front to back hunter. There comes the dirty combo. Basically 100 to zeros. Can't really do much up against that unless I just play better. Skip ahead. the team just gets completely wiped after I die. Now I have to try to defend. 4 of my team are still dead. I'm trying not to throw the game. I could be making an aggressive play. I have to end up using beads here. I'm pretty sure I 1v3. Like, if I just step forward, I'm almost guaranteeing that I kill all 3 of them there. But I just didn't want to end up dying and seeing my team lose because I made an aggressive play. So I made the safer option. I do taunt that guy. I figured I'd throw that in there. Montage completely missed this kit. Very rarely, I would say 1 out of every, I don't know. I'm not even going to count the number of games. I don't taunt people usually. But when you invade a purple buff, you're getting taunted by me. And you know what? The enemy team gets what they deserve, an L. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the montage coming up. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt.